So anyway, like I was saying before this thing cut, well, I just started this just now, things being cut off. I'm just moving around, you know what I'm saying, strolling around. And I get around and around and around on a Saturday night. One of the remaining, fairly mild, don't have to wear a coat days probably there's going to be left of this year. We might have a good month of moderate 70-degree plus weather, at best a month, I think. I was going to do a show dissecting the events of Hassan Campbell earlier and his confrontation with the police, and question what a lot of people, what I'm hearing more people say they believe than I'm hearing people that go along with what he says went down, and that is the authenticity, if it was fake, if he staged it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do that. Thanks for the thumbs up. Then I said to myself, I ain't going to sit down and hook a computer up and get the video together and break it. I'm not that interested in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, man, this YouTube thing, at least for me, it'd be hard to really get biz or at least get into the arena that a lot of people are in, because I just don't be interested in it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, as far as I'm concerned, little Hassan Campbell's events of earlier today is worth no more than just a casual conversation of quickly giving how I feel about it as I stroll through New York. No more than that. I can't really see doing any more than that. You know what I mean? Go aside. But and for the record, I like Hassan Campbell. I'm not one of those super blind allegiance type of fans, and I always say this. I think a lot of people that consume this YouTube thing, a lot of people get it messed up. Both the YouTubers and the people that watch a lot of people. There's this level of expectation of mob mentality or whatever you call it, where if you're if you happen to, let's say, you perpetually watch some YouTuber and that YouTuber's beefing with another one, automatically you're written off by the other YouTuber as being one of their blind allegiant fans, and how could you support him? He does such and such, such and such. Well, some of us just casually watch it, you know what I mean? Casually watch a song. I ain't watch him as much as I used to, but his alleged ops. Some of them I like their shit, and I watch their shit, and I get a laugh when they start cooking and roasting him a little bit too. You know what I mean? I'm just a casual observer. We ain't part of the same set per se. We ain't grow up together. We ain't break bread like that. You know what I mean? Nothing against the man or whatever, but I'm not that tethered to the shit. I don't agree with that shit, and I don't even like it on my end to have just people that's just that hard body with me when you don't even really know me like that. You know what I mean? It's like something I say resonate with you, or you just my vibe, how I am as a person. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But I wouldn't put an expectation. I wouldn't put an expectation on someone to just go super, super hard for me. You know what I mean? I've been your brother for 20 years. Oh, Miss Space in the building. What's up? Shout out to Miss Space. Other than the thing. You know what I mean? So, but, so in general, like I say, I like a song, but I watch them casually. I'm not someone that's going to perpetually bang on them. At the same time, I'm not someone that's just going to, oh yeah, everything you do is right. Yeah, he fucks up a lot, and a lot of his fuck-ups are funny. I've made fun of some of them fuck-ups. Some of the more serious stuff, the molestation and all that, I wouldn't dare touch that. I wouldn't dare make light of any of that, The debates on if he had a love affair with Africa Bambaataa, or if he was legitimately molested, and, at what age was it consenting? I'm not even trying to touch all that. I take that at face value. You know what I mean? That whatever he says, I rock with that, because that's his sensitive personal information. Just on the strength of that. You know what I'm saying? But back to the main thing I was talking about events earlier today. I say all that to say that I question the authenticity of what happened to him earlier. And the reason why me questioning it is an interesting perspective is just for the very reason I'm one of the people that's questioning it, that's not, someone that bangs on them or goes against them all the time. So this is a totally objective type of individual. You know what I mean? I'm neutral, yet I still question it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna start with the biggest red flag first. I mean, I get hit by a car and be a red splat. All right. The biggest red flag first, right? He claims that he disarmed somebody, took their gun from him, right? That's when he starts to lie, fresh off of disarming somebody. But he's in the crib, on the phone with the cops, right? It's supposed to be a fresh incident. Like 5 minutes prior, he done disarmed somebody. They tried to shoot him with a gun. Where'd that person go? You know what I mean? Like, what are the details of what happened? Like, you disarmed him, but he's nowhere in your cipher. He's nowhere in your area, right? So what? You disarmed him, snuffed him, homeboy, skittled off, ran into the sunset, and that was it, and he was just written out of the story? Because that's kind of the way it sounds. My thing is like this. If someone's coming at you with a gun to shoot you, okay, let's say you disarm him, I'm either going to, if I'm gonna call the police on him, to protect my family, which is, that's totally understandable. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna have that thing still on him the entire time. You know what I'm saying? The hammer's gonna be like on homeboy until the police come. I'm not letting dude out of my sight. I don't know whoever else he might have that's in on the setup and the cut that's gonna come out of the bushes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He might have a whole arsenal. He might have war machine somewhere in the cut ready to just unload on my ass. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna want to keep a sense of control of that environment, of that, would-be or that assailant. You know what I mean? And if for whatever reason I can't do that, and I disarm someone, I take their gun, and they just scurry on off, then I'm gonna be on point. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be focused on that guy still. Especially, I'm gonna be more focused on him now that he's out of my sight, because now it's just he's a huge question mark. Anything could be going down with homeboy. Like I said, he could be gathering the crew and have other shit. You never know what's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna be live streaming. I'm not gonna be juggling. This nigga's literally juggling phones, just like me. He got one phone doing a live stream, and he got another phone calling the police, telling them suckers and all this other shit. You know what I mean? No. My fault, and you have your family there. In the footage, you see, all right, what's up, my man, playing the good music. In the footage, you see his shorty, just walking by in the driveway, casual, everything cool. Kids are still in the house. No, it's somebody that just tried to take my head off. Everybody, go to the basement, lock the door, or somewhere. I'm gonna make sure the family's secure first and foremost. And then from there, I'm just on alert mode. And I'm not going to be on some suck my dick with your mother's mouth and all that. No, I'm going to be as calm as possible, because I want to do everything I can to make sure that those police get to me as quick as humanly possible, since this person is still on the loose and since he just tried to shoot me and I got my family there. I'm not going to be playing games with them like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I am on some fuck the police and they set me up for my last murder, so I just have an endless hatred for, even still, I'm going to be the most calmest, coolest person. I don't care how drunk I was 5 minutes ago, none of that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be chilling. Sir, I'm done the roll, blah, blah, blah. Yes, boom. I don't know where he's at. I took the gun from him, da-da-da-da-da. And that's gonna be that. But homeboy, he's juggling phones. He got live streams popping off. This shit is just nuts. He's on YouTube stunting and profiling, saying this thing, suck my shit with your mother's mouth and this and that. It takes him long, cursing him out why it took so long. Got the gun up in the joint doing a Mob Deep video. War going on outside. No man to say, you know what I mean? Just, spazzing with a potential shooter. You know what I'm saying? The dude that tried to assassinate you, just out and about somewhere. You know what I mean? Anybody that's familiar with Styles, and y'all gonna love this one. I think that nigga, if y'all familiar with what I'm talking about, I think the dude that tried to shoot Hassan Campbell, that's Jack. Jack came back, y'all. That was Jack. Had to be. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was Jack. Look, for real, man, So that's the main thing that was suspect, right? Second thing I found suspect is like I said, he's like posing, primping, doing, shooting music videos with the gun and everything. War going on outside. Oh man, making the ice grill shits that he do when he poses for his YouTube thumbnails, all that shit. Putting all types of fingerprints on the gun. Now, I don't work in law enforcement or anything. I don't, necessarily have the mind of a detective or anything like that per se, but it just seems common sense to me that if you're on a thing with a dispatcher or whoever, and you're telling them that a man had a gun, they came at you to try to shoot you, you disarmed them, I would think that somebody in that area would kind of instruct him to not finagle with the gun. Okay, sir, please put the gun down, do not touch it. I would just think that these would just be stackful things that they would just, de facto, by default, just say to people. And if an event like this happens, I have no idea. It just seems logical to me. You know what I mean? So I would think the police would actually instruct him what to do and what not to do with the gun that he just, as they say in California, gaffled off of somebody. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But, so that's another one. Just the way that the police responded, when it happened. It was another one. It was another like huge red flag. That was like, what the fuck? How did that happen? Well, I try to remember it if I remember it. But another situation is if the shit was fake, how fake was it? A lot of people saying that the police were real, but the shit he was doing was fake. I'm saying if that shit was fake, the whole shit was fake. Those were crisis actor, police, all of that. If it was, it's either all or nothing. Because I don't care how many times Hassan Campbell get on that shit, say, look at my eyes, you see I'm retarded. I don't care how retarded he poses himself to be. With New York City's gun laws, 3.5 for the gun, a year per bullet. He had a big extendo clip. He had probably a good 40 years in the palm of his hand. I don't think he's gonna take that chance to own a weapon that's obviously not licensed to himself, right? As he is a felon, right? Call the police just to stage some old crazy ass event and say that you jacked that gun off of somebody else. I think that's way too risky, and that would be way too stupid for somebody to do. I don't think Hassan is as retarded as he claims he is that he would do that. So I think if the shit was fake, then I think those are crisis actors and they're just all in on the thing or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's me, maybe it is all real. It's just so many weird things. And now he's just back home on a live stream. Another thing is you also got the way he was talking to the cops. Okay, people saying, oh, they'd have killed you, they'd have slammed you around. I give that a 50-50. I say there's a 50% chance that the way he was talking to the people, like if one of them had a bad day, just finished beating his wife or some shit like that, maybe a 50% chance that they might have, been a little more aggressive to him. Other 50% chance is, they'll, be as calm and collected as they were and try to work their way through the situation. I don't think the police are that level where any and all times you got to be on some soup Nazi shit. No soup for you. You got to stand in line and just say things as it is. No, I think you do have a potential or some room to wild out. Not that I suggest people to wild out like that, but sometimes you can. So I don't think that's a big thing. But one thing that does seem like a big deal to me is I just don't see where police would let him get away with not informing them as much as he can about the history of that gun. In this case, him, taking it off of somebody that tried to shoot him. It just seems to me that the way police, especially NYPD, work on New York with these crazy ass gun laws is either going to be like, look, if you don't know anything about this gun, then this shit must be your gun. You know what I'm saying? Because the gun laws are just too stiff. It's somewhere down south. You know what I mean? It's New York City. You know what I mean? We just don't get down like that out here. The police don't. So I think he would have been faced with an ultimatum. Look, you tell us everything you know about who and where this gun came from. Otherwise, you are who and where this gun came from. You know what I mean? He'd have been better off just going to one of them, I don't know, them turn-in buyback programs where they don't ask questions and you just give them guns and they give you $5 or some shit. He'd have been better off doing that. So, for all those reasons, that shit seems very, very suspect. Magic Man in the thing, what's going on? For sure, for sure. Real life night in cyberspace. Yeah, I was looking forward to your thing. You got the mixed girl magic jump off popping off. I thought you was doing that shit tonight. I looked on the thing and said the 28th. So I guess that's Monday evening. You know, I mean, I'll be tuning in. Probably hop on the panel if you got it, you know. Word. So, I don't know, but that shit ain't worth firing up a broadcaster and dissecting some shit over. And I ain't doing all that stupid shit. I ain't fucking with that. Might get on and fuck with a game or do some. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that that freestyle shit that LA was talking about. They wanted to do. That I did a little touch of last night. I'm gonna do a more, I guess, you know, organized version of that. And that's it. Everybody with the outside dining. I thought the inside dining's back in effect. I'm just strolling, no destination, none of that. Monday, yeah, appreciate you. Okay, cool. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. All right. Yeah, that's what's up with that.
Switzerland would be a dream for me.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably one of the last nights of fair, moderate weather. It's about to get brick out here. I already know. What else going on? I don't know if there's anything else really going on that I feel like even yapping my mouth about. You know what I'm saying? You know. But yeah, back to what I was saying originally, like that whole mob mentality. You down with this one? Oh, you watch this one? So yeah, hard body. You down with them? 100%. Oh, you can't be down with me because you with him and this and that and nah. Oh, this was my moderator. He was my moderator once. You know what I'm saying? It's like your high school sweetheart if you were somebody's moderator. If you had a digital wrench, it's probably not even worth more than 1 digital byte in data. You know what I'm saying? Your shit go from gray to blue. That can't be too much digital expense to make that. And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just can't see doing that, man. If you fuck with me and you fuck with someone that I don't fuck with, have at it. I mean, shit. I don't care. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Now, when they get all crazy and then, you know, people start doxing each other and actually trying to, like, you know, take it out of cyberspace and more into actual real life, you know, then it gets a little crazy. But it's kind of like the chicken or the egg, which came first, because more often than not, that is rooted and that comes from people making so much of a big deal off of, you know, this mob mentality and this allegiance. You know what I'm saying? That's usually a byproduct of that mentality. So everybody learn to just chill the fuck out and kick back and enjoy whatever you're watching. And, you know what I mean? Not take it all so much to heart. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody will be better off. And to an extent, I get it. Like, let's say, you know, for example, you got one YouTuber that do streams like every day. He might give you like 7-8 hours worth a day. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this man, you know, Tommy Sotomayor, I'll just tell you who I'm talking about. And if you're watching him every single day, you know what I mean, 10 days a week, you know what I'm saying, 25 hours practically every single day. And, you know, they're sharing their life with you. They're sharing their experiences and stuff like that, and their opinions, their viewpoints and shit like that. A lot of times people will, you know, end up getting a great affinity toward them, you know, because now they feel like they really know that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because they're exposed to him like all day, every day, practically. You know? So, in that case, you got a lot of people that'll just wild out on his behalf. Or on the flip side, he does some shit that they don't like, And now they're just so offended because I know you so well. I watch you so often. Meanwhile, you gotta realize, well, Tommy don't know your ass like that. He don't watch you 25 hours a day. You know, you're just one of them 1 bytes of digital data in the chat room on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So here you done just got like a huge affinity and took an extreme liking to this person. All right, what's going on, people? You know what I mean? Yeah, a little YouTube situation going on. Yeah, don't get hit by that shit now. Yeah. I know Instagram's the wave, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all too. Yeah, so Tommy's looking at it like, yo, I don't know you like that, B. Fuck you catching, you know what I'm saying? Conniption fits over this shit for. You know? So then you have like these extreme levels of enemies and extreme levels of friends, frenemies, and all that shit. When you could have just like chilled out and go outside and get some fresh air. Like my man Cool Keith said, get off the computer and take your ass downtown. Some shit like that, he said. Cupcake Joy was good. Oh, I got this joint with a Boss Blake. Oh man, that shit is gonna be fire. Real rap. Yeah, me and Boss Blake just did a joint. Oh man, that shit is magnificent. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to him. I gotta check his joints out. He be doing panels and shows and stuff like that too. His rap style is just like dope, man. It's just like so laid back. Like the swing in his cadence is like fire. You know what I mean? It's very listener friendly, where you want to hear him more often. You know what I mean? Like da 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 da. I mean, I made it sound a little more mellish than it is. It's more of a modern way of a modern version of that shit I was just saying. You know what I mean? So, and everybody crowded up. Man, New York looks like regular New York now, you know what I'm saying? You got like maybe half the people with the masks up. As far as this, you know, disease floating around, I honestly think that it had its wave in New York. It banged us in the head, took out a lot of people. And in my opinion, we have some level of herd immunity, I think. Because when all those George Floyd protests were going on and you had 30,000+ people in New York congregating, no justice, no peace, you know, loud and, you know, shouting, all packed like sardines together, and in some cases, violence occurring where, you know, there's a lot of heavy breathing going on, you know, with that too. And the infection rate numbers kept on the decline, you know. And that tells me either the shit isn't as deadly or contagious as it's been told to be, or, which is the reason I think it is that, you know, way more people have been exposed to the bullshit and have protective antibodies. And they even did little studies here and there that kind of suggest that. That suggests millions of New Yorkers have some level of antibody to the shit. So, you know, I think that shit, it had its wave, ran through New York, and maybe 90+% of the people that were technically exposed to it, it didn't do anything to. Just, you know, everybody was cool. And, you know, just that 1 or less than 1% got even any form of sick, even a slight cold off the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying 99+% wouldn't know any better. They just couldn't notice. You just got the antibodies for the shit. And then, you know, maybe a fraction of that 1%, that's when, you know, people started getting sick and people dying, all that type of stuff. That's my theory, because I don't see any other reason how you could have 30,000+ people for like 10, 11, 12 days in a row, 30,000+. congregating. No trespass, no beef. And, you know, everybody's good. And the numbers just kept on going down, you know. Because as that shit was going on, I was like, oh, man, it's going to undo everything. Like, I feel where everybody's coming from, you know. I understand, you know, the I Can't Breathe movement. But, you know, this is going to contribute to the I Can't Breathe movement, you know what I mean? And miraculously, it didn't. And I'm glad it didn't. So I'm glad that, you know, everybody went out. And, you know, I was still supportive. That's the irony of it. It was like an interesting thing. I was still supportive of the shit, even though I was like, it's going to fuck some shit up. So, oh yeah, watermelon time. Watermelon. Check it out, y'all. Watermelon. Watermelon. Keep on. Oh, man, they don't got a seed in sight. And this spot right here, they usually have the joints with the seeds, too. Look at this. I ain't fucking with that. You know? I like my shits like torrents. Like sharing a torrent. Seed that motherfucker. Let me see if they got them over here. There's another spot. But this is a spot that usually doesn't have. See, fresh seedless? What the fuck is wrong with these people, man? Damn. Bugging, yo. They was up with the seeds, and now they on some, you know. Yeah, boss is incredible, right? And I really would like some watermelon right now, too, but I'm not rocking with this no seed movement. That's out of here. You know what I mean? You know how they say, you are what you eat. So I think this is just sterilization waiting to happen when you eat shit like that regularly. You know what I'm saying? So you have to do without it. Bad enough that you can't even find a grape that's, you know, with some seeds in it. And the dope thing is they're not, you know, 79 cents a pound. That's not too bad for a joint with seeds. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just wanted to shoot the shit real quick. Take this little stroll. I'll probably come back inside, play a video game. I don't know, relax, do something. I don't know. You know, as far as like live streaming and shit. So yeah, if y'all see that live button with me on again, you know, it's just on some kickback shit. I ain't doing much. I might do a little freestyle something or something. You know, take it like that. But I ain't going in detail with all that Hassan Campbell shit. But there's a whole bunch of videos of it. Shout out to everybody that's doing it though. You know, a lot of people making some good points, breaking some shit down. But yeah. I do find that situation quite suspect, and my disposition is coming from a person that is not part of the Hate Hassan gang. So, you know, take that for whatever it's worth. You know what I mean? I'll catch y'all in a minute. Who that? San Francisco District? You know what I'm saying? Peace. All right, y'all, I'm out.